Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. Now you guys, if you had watched yesterday's episode, a few guys said that they didn't actually manage to watch because YouTube didn't let them know that it was in their sub box to be watched. But one of the things that happened in the last episode was I became the manager of France. We were previously the manager of Turkey. We've now moved on to the Frenchies. We are now the French manager, and they were international friendlies. And you know, my squad is a very strong squad, so I decided, you know, I'll sim these matches. You guys know, but I'll just say it again because there's always someone in the comments who is always like, why are you simming these matches and things like that. But I only do it because it's international friendlies and they don't really count for anything, and I just feel as though it's wasting my time and kind of wasting your time as well. But we go 2-1 up against Ireland. Ribery and Benzema both do a great job there by getting a goal, and also Griezmann there, and he's the guy that I actually brought in. I actually called him up. He wasn't already selected, so it was actually a good call of me to bring him in, and it was nice to see that he managed to get a goal. Another big call from a lot of people was, where was Kabaye? And he's actually someone I probably will end up calling up a little later on in the next squad submission, but for now he just wasn't involved in the plans. You know, I've already got a very strong center midfield. Kapui there, I might sub him out for Nasri. I'm not entirely sure just yet, but if any of you guys have a particular player you'd like to see in the French squad next squad submission, then do let me know in the comments. I am interested to, you know, hear about what you guys would like to see. But I go 1-0 up through Ribery. Ribery seems like he's just going to be lethal. I mean, he really is a quality player on FIFA. So quick and got good skills on him, and just seems like a good player in general. But later on into the game, unfortunately, they managed to equalize through Wondolowski or something crazy like that. That's actually a really strange name, but it ended up 1-1, and you know, that's just the way it was. It was a friendly, doesn't mean too much, so I wasn't too bothered by it. But had that been in some sort of important competition, I probably would have been a little bit more peeved off if we had tied to the USA. No disrespect to the guys over the USA, but I would expect France to beat them. Back to my sort of QPR lifestyle, my QPR goodness. We were actually on Twitter earlier today. To anyone who follows me on Twitter will know, but how about that from a goal from Ramirez? Enough said. But we were on Twitter earlier, and I tried to attempt to get Cal for QPR manager. Now we all know Hughes is having a bit of trouble, struggling a little bit with QPR at the moment. I hope they do better, but it was quite a good laugh just to see if we could get Cal for QPR manager trending, and we got pretty close. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, so I'll have to try that again pretty soon. It was a good laugh though, and it was interesting to see. But in this Blackburn game, we were pretty much very dominant over the entire course of the game. You know, Fellaini there, Ramirez also got a goal, and we were just very much in control, which was nice to see. I always love a game where you're just in good control and nothing is really in threat. But Blackburn there almost managed to get a goal towards the end of the game, right at the last minute there, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be, and that was the last kick of the game. My players didn't necessarily play amazing. I mean, Ramirez was definitely, for me, my personal man of the match. He seems to be doing quite well at the moment, although I do have to admit, I find his stamina is really quite low, and it can hinder the squad a little bit. Marouane Fellaini, another midfield injury. It is driving me crazy. And before you guys go and tell me about their fitness in the comments, I do check beforehand about their fitness. You know, I check throughout the entire course of the days in between the matches. I monitor their fitness to make sure they are ready for the next game. So usually it's not down to fitness, but again, Matix decides to remind me that he wants to be played, otherwise he is leaving. I went to quickly just double check on the EuroLeague, see you know, when my games against Porto are, just to manage the fact that you know, fitness, because I don't want to have it so, you know, I put all my amazing players out for the Porto game, and then I end up having to put pretty much a second team out for the Man City game, and then another Porto game, and then I got Man United. So it is a really congested, very congested calendar. Match fixtures are very close, as you guys can see. I got this Porto game, then Man City, then the second leg of the Porto game, and then a Manchester United game, and those are four of arguably the most important fixtures of my season. You know, I really do want to beat Man City. Obviously, I want to beat Porto. I need to move on to the next round of the Euro Cup. But I have them at home. We all know what happened last time we played in the Euro Cup. I was playing up against Arsenal, and we lost the first leg pretty badly as well, I think. But then we managed to pull back an amazing result back at the Emirates, and I believe we won that 4-1. And if it wasn't for 4-1, we probably wouldn't have gone through. So I was really chuffed to see the fact that we could progress onto this round. But Porto are just an amazing side. They really are. You got the likes of Martinez. You also have the likes of Hulk there, Varela, who plays, I believe, on their left wing. Varela's a very good player, but I mean, that attacking Martinez, Varela, Hulk, up three, you know, they've got such a fantastic attacking three. I believe they play a 4-3-3 formation, and they're just a very good squad in general, so it was always going to be a tough game. They actually went 2-0 up, and how about that for a strike for Muriel? That was huge. That was seriously massive. I mean, to beat the keeper at the near post there, that just shouldn't happen. And I'm pretty sure that would be one of the most a really nice goal in real life if that was to ever happen. But you can only blame the keeper for that, because you really shouldn't be scoring from the near post and just from outside the box. But with that being said, you know, it was 2-1, and I felt as though, you know, things were going my way. Momentum was going my way. Danilo there picks up a yellow card, and whenever defenders get in that yellow card position, you always feel as though you can attack them just that little bit more. But a cracking ball in from Merkel, and Zuma with a brilliant header. I mean, that has got to be one of my favorite goals, and not because it's very impressive, but because from those sort of angles, I rarely score goals on FIFA, you know. Those sort of free kicks, most of the time I'll just end up shooting, because I just know it's very unlikely that I'll have a chance at scoring from those sort of angles. But I decided to play an X ball through to Zuma, and Zuma managed to put it in the back of the net, so I was really happy with that goal. But unfortunately for me and my horrible luck, Gaita there scrambles for it just at the last minute, but Martinez proved too much to handle, and they won 3-2 at home, and those are 3 away goals. That is a huge win for Porto, and it's going to mean if I do want to go through, which is a very unlikely, I'm going to have to pull out one hell of a result over at Porto. You know, it'll be a very tough game. But with that being said, guys, I hope you all did enjoy this episode, and if you did, then leaving a like is much appreciated. I really do appreciate all the support recently, and I hope you all have a cracking day. I'm off to go play some League of Legends. I don't know why, but I'm hooked on that game at the moment. So if any of you guys are interested in League of Legends, or you want to try it out, then feel free to sign up using my referral link down below. That'll do for today, guys. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.